Hello everybody. Today I'm going to continue the AWT abstract window toolkit. Now I'm going to explain about choice class. Now what is a choice class? Choice is a predefined class used to create a drop-down menu, and it can be used for a single selection only. Choice can be used for single selection only. That is, only one option can be selected among multiple options. And next is the list. What is a list? List is a predefined class used to create a list box. And list can be used for selecting multiple options among the given options. And next is the Java AWT menu item and menu. This the object of menu item class. It adds a simple labeled menu item on menu. The items used in menu must belong to the menu item or any of its subclass. And it is also a pull down component which is displayed on the menu bar. And next is the scroll bar. What is a scroll bar? Scroll bar is a predefined class used to scroll the cursor either from left to right or from top to bottom. In general, scroll bar can be used to move the content of the window either horizontally or vertically. And the scroll bar object is equal to new scroll bar of direction. What are the arguments you are having inside the scroll bar? Direction, initial position, thumb width, and minimum B value and maximum B value. The direction represents in which order the cursor is moving in the window, that is either in the horizontal or vertical direction. And initial position represents the starting position of the cursor or thumb in the scroll bar. Thumb width represents the thickness of the thumb which can exist in the scroll bar. And minimum B value represents the starting position of the cursor in the left side in the horizontal scroll bar and starting position of cursor at the top level in the vertical scroll bar. And maximum B value represents ending thumb position in the right side in the horizontal scroll bar and the position of the bottom level in the vertical scroll bar. And next is the and okay, we discussed about this panel. Panel is nothing but simplest container class. It provides space in which application can attach any other component. That is, we can add other components like text boxes, text fields, labels to the panel. It doesn't have a title bar. Now coming to listeners, what are these listeners? Uh, these listeners are available in java.awt.event package. What is this event handling? Event handling is a special mechanism used to provide functionalities to the GUI components. And whenever we want to perform any action using any GUI component, mainly those depend on the predefined classes and predefined interfaces called event class and listener interface. That is, for every component, a separate event class and interface is available. And the object of event class stores the reference and content of the GUI components. And what is this listener interface? Listener interface is a predefined interface which mainly contains abstract methods. That is, whenever we want to perform any action using the GUI component, the corresponding logic should be written inside the abstract methods of listeners. So what happens by implementing the corresponding interface, event classes and listeners are given to only active components. And that is all the predefined classes and interfaces are available in the java.awt.event package. Now I'll discuss about some listeners, event listeners. First is the action event, and the interface for this action event is action listener. And what are the methods in this interface? Public void action performed of action event. And this action event is related to the button class only button class. Next is second one is the text event related to text listener interface. And the methods in the interface are text value changed of text event. And this text event is related to only text field and text area classes. And next event is the item event or item related to item listener. And what are the methods in this interface? Item state changed of item event. And this item event is related to radio button checkbox as well as choice. So item events are related to radio buttons, checkboxes and choice. And next is the mouse event and related to mouse listener interface. And what are the methods present in this mouse listener interface? Mouse pressed of mouse event A, mouse released of mouse event A, mouse clicked of mouse event E, mouse entered of mouse event E, and mouse exited of mouse event E. These are all the methods present in this mouse listener interface. And these can be used to perform various activities by using the mouse only. This is this mouse event is applicable only for the mouse. And next is the key event. Key event is related to key listener interface. And what are the methods present in this key listener interface? Key pressed of key event E, key released of key event E, key typed of key event E. And these can be used to perform various operations by using keyboard only. Key event is applicable only for the keyboard. Next is adjustment event related to adjustment listener. And the methods present in this interface are adjustment value changed of adjustment event. And this adjustment event is related only to scroll bar component. Next is the last one is the window event related to window listener. And the methods present in this window listener interface are window opened of window event E, window closing of window event E, window closed of window event E, window activated of window event, window deactivated of window event, window iconified of window event, and window de-iconified of window event. And where is this window event applicable? These are used whenever we want to perform various operations on Windows only. Okay. So Java mouse listener is notified whenever you change the state of the mouse. It is notified against the mouse event. And where it is yet available, the mouse listener interface is found in java.awt.event package. And next is the key listener interface. That is key listener interface is notified whenever you change the state of the key, and it is notified against the key event. And where is this found? The key listener interface is found in java.awt.event package. So next we'll discuss some examples here. First is the text area. Text area I already discussed in the previous video. First import java.awt.star package and public class text area extends frame class but implements action listener interface. Create two objects for label and text area in one button B. Then inside the text area constructor, create the object for the label and set the position for the label using L1.setBounds, and create the object for label L2 and set the position for label L2 using L2.setBounds. Then create an object for text area and button B and set the position for the button B using B.setBounds. Then B.add action listener of this. Then add all these the label 1, label 2, text area and button to the frame. Set the size of the frame, that is width to 400, height to 450. Then there is no set layout null means there is no layout manager used here. Set visible true means the frame is made visible. Then what is the action performed here? String text is equal to area.getText. First you get the text from the text field and store it in the text variable text, and then string words are equal to text dot split. But therefore L1 dot set text of words is words dot length and characters are text dot length. So in this program you are displaying whatever you enter in the text area. It will count the number of words and characters and display the words and characters. So when you run this program, So this is the text area which you added to the frame here. And whatever you enter in this text area, if you say count words, what is the, if you press this button, if you click this button, what action is performed? Words and characters are counted and displayed. So number of words used are 9, and what are the number of characters? 42. So this is the output. Next is the text field. Now what is text field? First import java.awt.star package. Then public class text field example extends the frame class and implements the action listener interface. Then create the instances for text field tf1, tf2, tf3. Create the instances for button v1 and v2. Then inside the constructor, create the object for the text field and set the position of the text field 1 using tf1.setBounds. Create the object for text field tf2 and set the position of tf2 using tf2.setBounds. Then create the object for tf3 text field and set the position of tf3 text field using tf3.setBounds. So here total 3 text fields you are creating, and the tf3.set editable files, that is only text t1 and text field tf1 and tf2 are editable. That is, we can edit only in the text tf1 and tf2. In tf3 you cannot edit. In tf3 only you can see the result. That is why tf3.set editable is set to false. Then create the object for the button b1 and set the position of button b1 using b1.setBounds. Then create the object for button b2 and set the position of button b2 using b2.setBounds. Then b1.add action listener of this and b2.add action listener of this. Okay, then add all these text fields tf1, tf2, tf3 and buttons b1 and b2 to the frame. Set the size of the frame, that is width to 300 and height to 300. Then set layout null means no layout manager is used here. Set visible true, that is let the frame be visible. Then what is the action performed? Always control starts from the main method. When we say new text field ex, the control enters into this controller. And once you say b1.add action listener of this, the control enters into this action performed. Then here, whatever you enter in the text fields, those are stored into the string s1 and s2. And you are parsing, that is converting the string s1 and s2 to integer, the integer.parsing. Then what are you doing here? In the result, text field 3c is 0, and if e dot get source equal to b1. That is, once you click the button b1, addition should take place. And if you click button v2, subtraction has to take place. And result is stored in tf3. Result is converted back to string and it is stored in tf3. So you see the output of this program. So this is text1, tf1, tf2, and this tf3 is not editable. And this tf1 is 45, tf2 is 65. If you click button b1 is the addition button. If you click the addition button, the output will be 110, which is the addition of 45 and 65. And if you click button b2, which is a subtraction of 45 and 65 is minus 20. So this is the output of this program. Next is the choice. First import java.awt.star public class choice example. First create the object for the frame, then create the object for the label, then set the label alignment, that is label.center, then set the label size. What is the size of the label? Width is 400, height is 100. Then create the object for the button name is show. Then set the position for the button using v.setBounds. Then create an object for choice, c equal to new choice. Then set the position of the choice using c.setBounds. Then you add all these names, all these names to the choice box. That is c.add c, c.add c++, c.add java, c.add php, add Android. These are the items which are added to the choice box. Then add the choice box to the frame and add the label to the frame and also add the button to the frame. Then set the size of the frame to 400, width and height 400. Then f.set layout null means no layout manager is used here. F.set visible true means the frame should be visible here. So always the control starts from the main method. When you say new choice EX, the control enters into this choice EX constructor. And once you say b.add action listener, new action listener, the action will be performed. What is the action here? This the string should be displayed. What is the string which is to be displayed? Programming language selected. That is, whichever language you select from this choice box, that will be printed here. So when you run this output, so this is the choice box. So what is a choice box? Choice box is only one option you can select. Only one option you can select. If I select Java and click the button show, then this should be displayed. Program, whichever language you select, that language should be displayed here. So this is the output of this program. Next is list example. First import java.awt.star, then public class list example. First create an object for the frame and create the object for the label. Then set the alignment for the label as label.center. Then set the size of the label to 500 width and 100 height. Then create an object for the button B and set the position for the button using b.setBounds. Then create an object for the list and then set the position for the list L1 using L1.setBounds. Then add these items to the list. What are the items added to the list L1? L1.add C, L1.add C++, L1.add Java, L1.add PHP. Then again take one more list L2 equal to new list. That is create one more object for the list L2. Then set the position of the list L2 to set using L2.setBounds. Then add these items to the list L2. L2.add turbo C++, L2.add spring, L2.add hibernate, L2.add code igniter. Then add all these list L1, L2 label and button to the frame. Then set the size of the frame to 450 width and 450 height. Set layout f.set layout null means no layout manager is used here. Then f.set visible true means let the frame be visible. So always the control starts from the main method. Once you say new list EX, the control enters into this constructor. And once the button is clicked, this action is performed. But once you say b.add action listener of new action listener, the control goes into this method, public void action performed, and this following string is displayed here. That is, whatever you select from the list boxes, that will be printed as the output. Run this program. So this is list L1, this is list L2. So in the list box, multiple options can be selected. That is, using control key, you can select multiple options. Multiple options means here Java, here I am selecting Spring and say show. If I click the button show, then programming language selected are Java, Framework and Spring. Then next is the mouse listener. What is a mouse listener? Here also import java.awt.star. Then public class mouse listener extends the frame class and implements mouse listener interface. First create an instance for the label. Then inside the mouse listener constructor, add mouse listener of this. First always the control starts from the main method. Once you say new mouse listener, the control enters into the mouse listener constructor. Then here add mouse listener of this. Once you say add mouse listener of this, then the control enters into first it will create a new label object for the new label, set the position of the label using L.setBounds. Then add the label to the frame, set the size of the frame to width 300, height 300. Set layout null, no layout manager is used here and frame is visible while set visible true. Then once whatever action we perform, the particular action will be the particular event, whatever event takes place here, the particular action is performed. If you click the mouse, the control enters into this public void mouse clicked. Then mouse clicked will be displayed. If you enter the mouse, then public void mouse entered will execute. Then L dot mouse set text mouse entered will be displayed. If you exit the mouse, then L dot set text mouse exited will be displayed. If you press the mouse, then L dot set text mouse pressed will be displayed. If you release the mouse, then L dot set text mouse released will be displayed. So run this program and see. So now what happens? Once I enter the mouse, mouse is entered. And once I exited the mouse, it is saying mouse exited. And once I click the mouse, mouse is clicked. And once I press the mouse, mouse is pressed. And once I release the mouse, mouse is released. So this is the output of the program. Next is the key listener. Now what is key listener? First import java.awt.star, then public class key listener extends the frame class and implements the key listener. Then first create an instance for the label and instance for the text area. First always the program control starts from the main method. Once you say new key listener, the control enters into this key listener constructor and it will create an object for the label and set the position of the label by using LNOT set bounds and create an object for text area and set the position for the text area using area.setBounds. Then once this text area, if you say area.add key listener of this, uh, then the following events will be performed. That is, if you press the key, then l.setText key pressed will be displayed. And if you release the key, l.setText key released will be displayed. And if you type the key, l.setText key type will be displayed. So these all events are performed only for the keyboard. These are the keyboard actions. So once you run this program, so once I press the key typed, key typed, and once I release the key released. If I press the key pressed. Okay, this is the output of the program. So I'll continue in the next class. Thank you.